وصحبه ومن والاه. My dear brothers and sisters, نعيش مع كتاب الله مع بعض الخواطر حول سورة الماعون. Inshallah, we are going to take some reflection around Surah Al-Ma'un. هذه السورة جاءت بعد سورتي الفيل وقريش. وسورة الفيل تتكلم عن كيف أعطى المولى سبحانه وتعالى الأمن والأمان والحماية والحفظ لبيته الحرام. ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بأصحاب الفيل. وعقبها بذكر سورة قريش التي أعطت مستلزمات الحياة الأساسية بأن وفرها سبحانه وتعالى لأهل ذلك البيت، وفي كل ذلك استجابة لنداء إبراهيم عليه السلام: رب اجعل هذا البلد آمنا وارزق أهله من الثمرات. فتحققت دعوتي إبراهيم عليه السلام، وأشار المولى سبحانه وتعالى في هاتين السورتين. والمولى سبحانه وتعالى أمر بعبادته سبحانه وتعالى فقال: فليعبدوا رب هذا البيت. ثم جاءت هذه السورة لتبين أن أولئك الذين أوكل المولى سبحانه وتعالى لهم الاهتمام والقيادة والريادة والسقاية والوفادة، وأوكل لهم ذلك الشرف، ليسوا أهلا له. فقال سبحانه: أرأيت الذي يكذب بالدين فذلك الذي يدع اليتيم ولا يحض على طعام المسكين فويل للمصلين الذين هم عن صلاتهم ساهون الذين هم يراءون ويمنعون الماعون. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in the briefest surahs, Surah Al-Fil and Quraysh, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala showed them how He granted the security and prosperity for His sacred mosque, for His sacred place, Mecca, and shows one of the examples of a protection of security in Surah Al-Fil, and then the protection of their provision in Surah Quraysh. And that shows the importance of that place. And at the same time that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala manifested the answer of supplication of Ibrahim alayhi salam, as he asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala the security, the peace that in that place, and to provide for them, as he mentioned in other surahs, رَبِّ اجْعَلْ هَذَا الْبَلَدَ آمِنًا وَارْزُقْ أَهْلَهُ مِنَ الثَّمَرَاتِ. And the da'wah, the answer of dua of Ibrahim, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned some of that in these two surahs. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the past had chosen custodian for the haram and honored the people of Mecca that to take care of that. However, it shows later that they are not anymore qualified to be the custodian. They are not anymore to be the custodian of the haram. As even now, like, you will see, subhanallah, where they claim, many of them, they're custodian of the haram, they're custodian of Bayt al-Aqsa, and maybe they are the first one, they give up that. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala showed, that how they are not anymore deserved to be in that position and taking that honor. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, أَرَأَيْتَ الَّذِي يُكَذِّبُ بِالدِّينِ فَذَلِكَ الَّذِي يَدُعُّ الْيَتِيمَ وَلَا يَحُضُّ عَلَى طَعَامِ الْمِسْكِينِ. Have you seen the one who denied the religion? For that is the one who drive away the orphans and does not encourage the feeding of the poor. So, punishment to those who pray and having heedlessness in their prayers, and those make a show of their deeds and withdraw the simple assistance. So you see how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in these ayat mentioning those ones, they are not qualified anymore, and mention the reasons of that. So you see they neglecting the right of Allah and they neglecting the right of humanity. And was showing clearly in the ayat. كيف أنهم ضيعوا حق الله سبحانه وتعالى وضيعوا حق العباد. فذكر سبحانه وتعالى ذلك الأمر بتناسق عجيب. يعني ذكر في الأول أرأيت الذي يكذب بالدين فيما يتعلق بحق الله، ثم انتقل إلى حق العباد فذلك الذي يدع اليتيم ولا يحض على طعام المسكين، ثم رجع الكلام عن حق الله فويل المصلين الذين هم عن صلاتهم ساهون الذين هم يرؤون، ثم رجع الكلام عن حق العباد ويمنعون الماعون، ليبين أن هذا لا ينفصل عن هذا. ربما يقول الإنسان هو جيد من ناحية الأخلاقية في تعامله مع الآخرين، إلا أنه مفرط في حق الله، هذا لا يستحق أن يكون في موضع الريادة والقيادة، أو العكس بالعكس، فلا بد أن يكون الأمر هكذا متماثل. فهؤلاء بخسوا حتى أقل الحدود وهو الماعون، وهو أقل ما يعطى ولا يمنع. ولذلك جاءت هذه السورة بذكر هذا الأمر لبيان أن هذا الحق الواجب وهذا الحق البسيط السهل مع ذلك مفرطون فيه، فكيف تكون لهم القيادة والريادة. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioning in this ayah the two types of rights and how they are integrated and how they are connected. So mention first the right of Allah, right to يكذب الدين. Then فذلك الذي يدعو اليتيم ولا يحض على طعام المسكين, the right of others. And then فويل المصلين, the right of Allah. And then ويمنعون الماعون, the right of others. How they are very connected. You cannot separate that. You cannot say, you know what, it's enough that to fulfill the right of Allah and neglect the right of others. Has to be both, and that's integrated, and both that exchangeable, and has to be together. And you have to, do this in the right time and the other one in the right time, and you have to take care of this. And subhanallah, as the surah named Al-Ma'un. Al-Ma'un, that the symbols assistance of others. So the right that comes by obligation about any one of us, that to give at a symbol help and assistance to others. Ma'un, that's something not even that as a means of assistance. That's something very simple. So if they are not fulfilling that right, so how you expect from them they will fulfill the right, or what even it's greater and major. Subhanallah. So those ones clearly they are unqualified to take care of more of that leadership, and that's a great position. So the time that's now ready to welcome a new custodian, a new leader, as it will be mentioned in the next surah, Surah Al-Kawthar, and as we explained that yesterday. هذه السورة, in this surah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioning that in this surah, that how even their show just for political reason, not for genuine reason, and they are not doing that with sincerity. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned that they only yura'un. Even when they come to the right of Allah, they are not actually even sincere. فَوَيْلُ الْمُصَلِّينَ الَّذِينَ هُمْ عَنْ صَلَاتِهِمْ سَاهُونَ. They are not, even when they practice there, that's it, they are not doing it in the right way, because that's the lack of the problem. So they are not doing it in the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's why it's not important for them to please Allah. What's important for them, the worldly gain, the political gain, That's only what they're looking for. Because if they were sincere, they at least, when they are devoted to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that will show that in their prayers. هو المصلين الذين هم عن صلاتهم ساهون الذين هم يراؤون ويمنعون الماعون. And this is, something that important, my dear brothers and sisters, in the light of what we are showing and having these days. You know what's the Ummah lack of? The Ummah doesn't lack of good people. It doesn't lack of a good resource. The Ummah doesn't lack of even for understanding. The Ummah lack of a leadership. When the right leaders comes, you will see the success of the Ummah. But the leaders comes among us. كما تكونوا يولى عليكم. As the way you are, Allah will choose leaders for you. So we should not even worry about the leadership. When the time is ready for the good leader, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bring it. And when that happens, the success will come. And you saw that, throughout the Islamic history. And Allah mentioned, that in the Quran and in many ahadith that Rasulullah referred to that. So what's happening now in the Ummah, being stabbed here and there, that doesn't mean that the Ummah is dead. No, the Ummah is still alive. And the Ummah is reviving. The Ummah is alive. And the one is dead will never feel the pain. Do we feel the pain? That's when here and there something happening that does not please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and all of this was happening in Aqsa, in Burma, in Syria, in Yemen, all of that make us feel pain, yes? So that means we're still alive. لقد أسمعت لو نادت حية ولكن لا حياة لمن تنادي. Because the person feel what's going on, that means there is a sense of a life. And the Ummah, wallahi, they feel a lot of pain, but just waiting for the right time that will come. We have to believe in the promise of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala change our situation to something better. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make our day better than yesterday and our tomorrow better than today. اللهم اغفر ذنوبنا واستر عيوبنا وبلغنا في الدار مطلوبنا. اللهم نسألك العفو والعافية والمعافاة الدائمة في الدين والدنيا والآخرة. And as the brother mentioned, please always include, those standing for Aqsa in your dua, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala support them and grant, patience for them. They are suffering a lot and they are taking the battle on our behalf. That's, something we have to understand. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give them the strength of Iman, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect them. Ameen. اللهم اغفر ذنوبنا واستر عيوبنا وبلغنا في الدار مطلوبنا. سبحانك اللهم بحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك.